So today we're going to talk about Performance Max and what Google's not going to tell you. We'll discuss how Performance Max cannibalizes other campaigns. We'll discuss how it's really not very good for leads. You have to utilize account level negative keywords, and it really has an affinity towards company name. First, let's talk about how it will cannibalize your other campaigns. Everyone knows that Performance Max is great to be a one-all solution. It can do the display network, it can do video, it can do search, etc. Unfortunately, though, if you run it with other campaigns, the other campaigns don't get as much love. We actually had a client that had a very successful display campaign that we could see was driving in a lot of foot traffic to their store. Once we switched to Performance Max, the display campaign pretty much died. It had no impressions whatsoever. And unfortunately, the Performance Max wasn't driving as many of impressions from the display network as we had hoped. When running Performance Max for lead generation, honestly, we haven't had a lot of luck. You can do lead forms in two different scenarios. You can use the lead ad form in Google Ads, which doesn't generate quality leads. And then you can certainly do a lead form on your website, which is going to be very dependent on how you structure it. Just asking for name, email, and phone, you're going to get a lot of leads. And Performance Max is going to do a great job at that, but the quality is going to be suspect. You definitely need to make sure that your website has a lot of questions to kind of sift out the riffraff, if you will. Negative keywords is an important part of Google Ads. You definitely need to do it to make sure that you don't continuously show up for keywords that don't make sense. Unfortunately, you're going to have to use a script to see where you show up in keywords for Performance Max. And then those keywords that you don't want to show up for will have to be put on the account level. Meaning that if you wanted to show up for a keyword in another campaign, say a search campaign, which makes a lot more sense, you won't be able to show up because it's an account level negative keyword. So that definitely kind of sucks for sure. The last thing that we notice when running the script is that Performance Max has a huge affinity towards your company name, meaning it's going to get the most impressions, the most clicks, and certainly the most conversions. Now, having your brand name show up in Google Ads, we think is okay. You should definitely spend maybe 10% of your budget towards that. But having it dominate your Google Ads just to get a low cost per acquisition is not a good idea. And unfortunately, Performance Max is all about getting the lowest cost per acquisition. So it's going to have more of an affinity towards your company name than anything else. Then you have to make the tough call of, do you put your company name in as a negative keyword and risk having to pay much higher cost per acquisitions, or you don't put your company name in as a negative keyword and you pay for things that you would already automatically get if you were number one organically. Hope this was very informative information for you guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can call or text us. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have, and hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.